All right, let's dive in. Today, we're breaking down a really fascinating blueprint for actually getting your hands dirty with artificial intelligence. Look, this isn't about just watching another tutorial. It's about learning by doing. So if you've ever felt kind of overwhelmed by all the AI hype and just wanted a clear, structured path to use it for real, well, we're about to map out exactly how to get started. So to really get the why behind this whole approach, we have to start with this big idea from strategic thinker Thorsten Mayr. It's called the AI bifurcation. And all it really means is that human smarts and AI smarts are, well, they're splitting off onto two totally different tracks. AI is getting incredible at very specific, data-heavy tasks. But us, we humans, keep our edge in things like creativity, big-picture strategy, and navigating really complex, messy problems. Just understanding this one idea totally reframes how we should be thinking about the future. And that split, that divergence, it naturally leads us to this massive question. If AI is going to handle so much of the grunt work, the analytical work, what does that mean for you and me, for our careers? How do we get ready for what some people are calling a post-labor economy? A world where our real value comes from doing all the things that AI can't. The answer isn't to try and outthink the machine. No way. It's to learn how to wield it like a ridiculously powerful tool. Okay, so how do we actually learn to do that? Well, it takes a whole new way of thinking about learning, a philosophy that's really built for this new world we're stepping into. Think about it. The old way, what most of us do, is just passive consumption. You know the drill, watching endless videos, reading a million articles, but never actually making anything. We've all been trapped in that cycle. The new way is all about active creation. It's a huge shift in mindset from just being a consumer of AI content to becoming a builder of real, tangible tools and workflows that actually solve your problems. And this whole philosophy really rests on a few core principles. This isn't just about learning to code or write the perfect prompt. It's about building up that critical thinking so you can spot when an AI is hallucinating, just making stuff up. It's about always keeping your eye on the prize, the real-world business impact. It's about truly getting what these models are great at, and just as importantly, what they're terrible at. All of this is how you prepare for what's coming.
So that's the big idea, the philosophy. Now let's get into the nuts and bolts. Let's look at the actual structure of this 14-week journey.
You can see the whole 14 weeks laid out here, and what's really brilliant is the flow, the progression. It starts with the absolute must-haves, safety, data privacy, all that foundational stuff. Then you dive into the tech itself, foundation models and mixture of experts, or MO, which is really just a fancy way of combining a bunch of smaller, specialist AIs to do a job. And from there, it gets super practical. You're learning to run AI on your own computer, how to keep costs down, and how to master prompt engineering. It's designed to take you from a total beginner to a real practitioner who can build their own tools and think about the big picture. So, we've talked theory, but how does all this talk actually turn into a real toolkit you can use? Let's look at the proof. The proof is right here. It's in this number, 40 plus. That's how many hands-on activities are baked into this thing. And that's not just a footnote, it's the entire engine of the course. It's more than 40 chances to build, to test, to break things, and to really truly understand how all this AI stuff works in the real world. Let's take one of the very first activities as an example. You don't just read about AI privacy. No, you have to do an actual AI privacy audit on the tools you already use. You're diving into the settings, you're looking at what data you're giving away, and you're actively making yourself safer online. You learn by doing something that has immediate, personal value. It's brilliant. And as you move along, the activities get even cooler. You go from just auditing your tools to building new ones. The end goal is to build your own personal, customized AI toolkit, your very own system, your own workflow that you designed for your specific needs. This is what learning by doing really means. And these milestones really show you the journey from theory to actual strategic skills. You start week 2 with a safety framework. By week 6, you're not just on some website. You have an AI running on your own local computer. Just 2 weeks after that, you've built your own system for prompt engineering. See how it builds? It goes from personal skill to professional level output, all the way to a full-on case study and a strategic roadmap. Every single one of these is a real accomplishment you can talk about.
Okay, so you see the philosophy, the structure, the proof. It can feel like a lot. I get it. But kicking things off is actually super straightforward. Here's the action plan.
It all boils down to 4 really simple steps you can do like today. 1. Bookmark the key resources. 2. Set up your learning space, a notes app, your accounts for the AI tools. 3. Find a community of other people learning this stuff. And 4, and listen, this is the most important one, don't wait. Just dive in and do that first activity, the AI privacy audit. It takes less than an hour, and that one action immediately flips the switch from you being a passive watcher to an active doer. Because really, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one question. The tech, the learning guides, the communities, it's all here, right now. This isn't some far-off future thing. The tools are on the table. The only question left is, are you ready to pick them up and start building?